Good morning, friends. If you're watching, at this point, you're probably on the replay because I don't see anybody here yet. So I'm going to wait just another minute or two to see if anybody hops on soon, and then we will go ahead and get started today. I hope that you're having a great weekend. I am. I have been. Hi, there's someone on this morning. If you're on this morning, whether you're on live or you're on the replay, would you put a comment in? Or would you put something in the comment so that I know you're here and I can say good morning to you? And thanks for being on. Who's on this morning? I see two people on today already. And I hope that you're having a good morning, everyone. I have my cup of coffee, and I don't even have my little video on my little, here we go. Sorry about that. Didn't have myself set up very well, did I? Hi, Andy. How are you? Nice to have you on this morning. I see someone else who's on. I don't know who that is. And Diane, thank you so much for being on this morning. I really appreciate that. Yeah. I hope you're all having a good morning. This morning I woke up, I don't know, maybe you guys have this happen to you sometimes, but this morning I woke up and I was just full of energy and focused and ready to be to get things in order. This morning I decluttered stuff in my kitchen, on my counters. I just kind of looked around and thought, this isn't serving me well anymore. I'm getting rid of it. I have a little pile in my garage of things that I'll sell on Facebook Market today. $5, $10 here, $5, $10 there. Hey, it adds up, right? I'm glad you're enjoying the Fireside Chat, Andy. It's nice to see you on this morning. So speaking of getting things decluttered and in order is one of my words for this year. My two words for 2022 were order and abundance. And the abundance to me doesn't necessarily mean or only mean abundance coming, but also abundance to be poured out, abundance of things to do, abundance of stuff to put in order. So my two words, abundance and order, and the word abundance really implied an abundance of many different kinds of things. Order actually implied a variety of different kinds of things. So order for me has been ordering my time better, ordering my tasks, ordering my businesses, and that kind of thing. So it's been kind of fun to, just to see how God is, just working in my life and putting those things together, helping me put things in order and see what kinds of things need to be in order first. It's really been amazing. So this morning it was putting my kitchen in order. So I wanted to just share with you what I have been doing. I mentioned this morning, but basically I've gotten a lot of little notebooks. Some are small. This year I've been really thinking about how I need to best put things in order. So if you know me in to any extent, you know that my brain is usually going all the time. I'm like a motor that just is on solar power. It never has to get plugged in. I do sleep, so I guess that's some plugging in. But I'm an idea machine. Ideas are churning in my brain all the time. And some of them are good, some of them aren't, but I have to really ponder those ideas, and I hate when they escape me. So I have lots of different ways that I try to keep track of all of that, and I'm trying to put order in all of that so that I can best sift and sort and explore which ideas are things from God and which are just things that this brainiac just churns out. So I have some small notebooks, and I will just jot things down as they pop in my head, especially in my prayer time, because I do write out my prayers. I have a big fat 5 subject notebook, and every morning, well, I have several of these, but every morning I write out my prayers. It's a great way to look back and see how God has answered some of those prayers, or where my heart was at a month or two ago. Because a notebook like this might last me 3 or 4 months. And then I go on to another one, and I'll save a couple to look back on, and then I have to throw them away, because I would probably have an entire room full of those if I didn't throw them away, which is sad, but it's necessary. And then, of course, on my phone, I use lots of different methods to keep track of things too. So if I'm driving, a lot of times I will just hit my mail button. I'll hit send mail, and then I will hit um, my voice to text button, and I will just talk out an idea. And then when I stop at a red light or something, I will go ahead and hit my send button. So that's one way that I can capture a thought when it first pops into my head, and it's not convenient. I also will do that with Facebook Messenger. I will just record myself a message. Did you know you can send yourself a message on Facebook Messenger? So if I see something online that I want to go back to at some point, and I want the link, it's the easiest way for me to copy and send it to myself in a Facebook Messenger. I can get back to it later. Plus, I have little notebooks, big notebooks, keeping track of things for mom, keeping track of things I need to do at the house, keeping track of things that I want to do for my business, notebooks for clients, notebooks for book ideas. And I have about 14,000 pictures in my phone saved of things that one day I want to sketch or paint. So this is how I have been putting many of the things in my life in order. It takes a lot of patience, and it takes a lot of forethought and kind of having an understanding of how you function best. It's been hard for me to know how to function best since Mike passed, because I'm still trying to figure out how to juggle my mom and my home and family and business life and friends. I'm just still trying to figure out how to juggle all that by myself. And so it's taken me a while to understand kind of how to find my rhythm and to keep track and put things in order. So I'd love to hear, what are some of the things that you do to put order in your life? Order for me in my life just helps me to have patience. And even if I don't get to certain things in a day, like this week, my mom had 5 doctor's appointments. She now has cellulitis again in her leg, and she's in a lot of pain. The infection doesn't seem to be going away. It looks like we'll be making a visit or two to the wound clinic this coming week. So these are all things that weren't in my list of things to get done this week. So by having things in order and having things in my notebooks, in various notebooks, and having my day planner, which I still like to have a black and white, hold it in my hand, look at it with my eyeballs, kind of a day planner, even though I also have one on my phone, but I try to make sure they're both in check. And I have my mom's things on my phone so that I can keep track of her appointments and stuff. So, that it just takes a lot of different things to keep track. So, Andy, what do you have here? A great reminder of writing out our prayer requests and your method of capturing ideas with voice to text. Yeah. Oh, going to burp the baby. Good idea. It's nice to see you, Andy. Thank you so much for joining this morning. I appreciate that. And blessings to you for your family. I'm really happy for you. um, so I would love to, yes. Yeah, it's Google Calendar is a great way to keep up with appointments and just different things that you've got to do. It was nice seeing you too, Andy, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful weekend together. Blessings to both of you and your family. I appreciate that. And so this morning we're talking about putting things in order. I've shared with you a little bit about what I've been doing to kind of figure out how to get things in my life in more order. And I also would love to hear from you, whether you're on the replay or whether you're on live this morning. Share with me, what are some of the things that you've been doing or you've done in the past? Maybe you need to return to ways that you've done in the past to keep things and to get things in order. The advantage to me in getting things in order, because I have always been a fly by the seat of my pants kind of a girl. That always seemed to be the best way for me, but not anymore. I really need to have some kind of system and order, even if I don't get to the things that I think I'm going to get to, or I'd really like to get to in a day. By having things in order, I know I can go back to them. So it gives me a way of kind of picking up where I left off when I get distracted and I have to run off to do something unexpected. So Diane's got a comment here. What do we have? Yeah, love your day planner. I think that's a really great idea. Writing in pencil. I love that. Now, there are certain things that I will write in my day planner in pencil and other things that I'll write in my day planner in pen. The things in pen, they can't be changed. I have to do them. But the things in pencil, they can be moved around a bit. And I love a day planner where there's a little column of things that I can look at. What are the things that I can fit in today if I've got white space on my calendar? And my day planner doesn't operate like that because I really wanted one that had 7 full days in my calendar. So I actually just actually paperclip a piece of paper with a list of things that I'd like to get to if time permits. So what else did you say here, Diane? You make a list to cross off to really feel like you've accomplished tasks. Isn't that such a great feeling? I absolutely love being able to cross things off the list. That is so freeing. Makes you feel like you can sit down and have a cup of coffee and chat with your girlfriends, right? So if you're on this morning, share with me and others, what are some of the things that you like to do to put things in order in your life? And, are you crazy like me and have like 6 or 7 notebooks that each have different things? My mom loves to shop Amazon, but she doesn't like using her own credit card to shop. And my Amazon Prime is in my account and it has all my credit cards on it, different credit cards on it. So I have a credit card. This is another way that I've tried to keep order, especially since Mike passed. I have one credit card that I use for donations. I have one credit card that I use for just general shopping. I have one credit card that I use for business shopping. And I have a credit card that I use when I shop for Mom. So this really helps me because my mom will pay me back, and I know that the amount of money that she gives me for that should cover what I have to pay on that particular credit card. The same with my business expenses. I put on a Discover card, so my Discover card charges will show what were business expenses. It makes it a little bit easier for me to get my taxes and things done. So those are just some simple things that I've just recently done over the last year that have helped me put that part of my life in order. Um, and and my notebooks with all the different things in it. So um, Amazon, we order a lot from Amazon. It's a complete time saver for me. Again, another way of putting things in order for me is having an Amazon Prime account and also a Walmart.com account, because there are certain things that I can order from Walmart and they just come right straight to the door. There are things like my paper products, things that are lightweight, things that mom will order that she orders each month. We'll just order on Walmart.com, just come straight to the door. And with Amazon, so what happens with me sometimes is I order things for mom, I order things for me, I order things for the business. And then all of a sudden I look at all the charges on Amazon and it gets confusing. So I actually have notebooks. One is a notebook with Amazon charges that are for my business and one notebook that are Amazon charges for my mom. So my mom and I have a triple, double checking way of making sure that we have gotten those expenses covered, that she's paid me, which ones they are, how much they were, when she paid me, and we have a checks and balance kind of a system together, which is really cool. But it's something that has just taken us time to figure out. And I will tell you though, it really saves time. And for me, having things in order in my head is probably the most time-saving, most orderly thing that I can possibly do. Knowing that certain things have been taken care of, I can put them aside. I don't have to think about them anymore. I love that. So if you're on the replay or throughout the day, if you think, you know what, this is something that I do that maybe other people might like to hear, share it in the comments today. I'd love to hear how you are putting things in order in your life. Or if I've shared something with you this morning or someone else has, that, or even on the replay, that's been a benefit to you, thank that person. Hey, that's a really super idea. I think I will try that. I think you'll find that the more ways we can put our lives in order, the more simply we can live. And I just feel like in the times that we're in, for whatever reason, it's hard to live life in a simple way. All the conveniences that we have, that we've been given over the last 20 years, computers and iPhones and cell phones and all these things are wonderful. They're wonderful. They really are. I love social media. I love the internet. I love that we can Zoom. I love that we can video chat. I love that I can catch up with friends. I love that I can talk with friends without having to leave home, because it is such a time saver. But sometimes we forget that those things can help us live simply, more simply. And with all the things that we have on our plates, we have to find ways to live more simply, and putting things in order is how we can do that. So it would be really great to hear how some of you are putting things in order in your life this year, this week, this month, in the last 10 years, whatever it has been. I'd love to hear some of the ways that you have been able to keep things in order in your life. And I'd love for you to be able to share that with others as well. So put it in the comment, whether you're on the replay or whether you're live, and let's share some of those ideas and help one another keep things in order. Because I do believe that when we can get things in order, there is abundance for us. There's abundance of order. There's abundance of things that we can do with a much freer flow. And there's more things that will come to us as we as we have things in order and we're able to do things in a more orderly fashion in our lives with more peace and grace and less frustration and fluster. So that's what I'm all about this year. Or not all about, but that's a big chunk of what I'm all about this year. And I hope that's been helpful. I hope there's some things that will help you think about what you have done or can do to put some things in order in your own life. And if you just find that impossible, then I would say start praying about what you need to eliminate, because elimination is also part of putting things in order. Just like I did this morning, decluttering my kitchen. I just stopped. I took a look around at things that have just been sitting around. And you know what? I just said, what don't I need anymore? I'm going to get rid of that. 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 I'm going to find a place in the cabinet to put that away because I don't use it very often, but I don't want to get rid of it. And I put my whole kitchen in order this morning in about 30 minutes. It was really wonderful. So sometimes it takes a friend. Maybe I'm that friend today who says, what could you declutter? Are there things in your life you don't need to do or have that you could get rid of that would just lighten up your life? Whoever sent me the heart, thank you. I appreciate that. That means that this has been valuable to you. So I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to know that. I got 2 hearts. Thank you so much. And I hope that you all have a great day, and I hope to hear from you. I want to see some of these things, some of these ideas and suggestions in the comments today. I'm going to be looking. So I hope you have a great weekend. And I hope that that this has blessed you. I hope that I will see you again next week, and I hope that you have a wonderful, blessed week. Have a great week. Bye-bye. Love you all.